returning subscribers, and just want to welcome you all here to hang out and see how everything's going. I need to do something over here real quick. Need to do a little editing. One moment. Good morning. And there we go. Good morning, Karen. How are you doing, sweetie? Good morning. Just working away as I always do. I don't remember what I am doing. Yes, I do. Ha. I remember what stitch I'm doing. I'm still working on the wrap. It's going to take me probably another week because it's 2-weight. It's coming out pretty decently. Still got a little bit more to go. So it's coming along. Let me put over here, live chat. There we are. Good morning, Irma. Ooh, that's cold. Good morning, Irma. Good morning, Benita and Jen. Hey, Steve's girl, how are you? And Jill, how are you doing? And sweet Lisa. And then there's Lynn. Hey, Lynn, how are you? Let's see. Hey, Sid, good morning. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you all for coming in. Karen, it's a wrap. I'm doing it. It's a decent sized wrap because it's a Valentine's Day pattern that I'm coming up with. I mean, the stitch can be used for anything, but I like it as a wrap. So the stitch pattern I came up with, I have no idea what I'm calling it yet. It's kind of hard to have it even show it with this yarn because it doesn't stand out like I want it to in this yarn, but you know, it's one of those. So I haven't named the stitch pattern yet. Let's see. Good morning, Margaret. And everybody coming in. Thank you all for coming in. I'm just, you know, I'm sticking to the pop-ups. Sorry, you're gonna see the yarn coming through because it's a cake and it's a center pull. So I have it, let's see if I can do it without, I have the yarn going up onto my boom arm. So that way I can keep center pulling it, you know? And hey, whatever works, right? I know later tonight, today, I'm gonna have to move it because I need to do some filming for a tutorial for Friday. The items are made. I just gotta show how I made the items. I have items made for 7 tutorials now. Well, I'm working on this one. And then after I get this done, I'm trying to get this done because I have immediately, that's my list. You know, I can't really see it too well, but that's my list for my blankets. Hey, Lisa, Karen H again, and Mimi. Hey, sweetie. And I hope, you know. So I'm trying to get this done as soon as I can because I'm ready to start these blankets because my gosh, the ideas in my head with these blankets are just, oh, that's all I can think about. And that'll knock off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blankets off my list of 17 for 2025. One of them is a baby blanket. I came up with a really nice stitch pattern that I think would be great for a baby blanket. So, hey, we're gonna have a baby blanket. Okay, okay, Lisa, you have a good day, sweetie. Let's see. Have a good sleep, sweetie. I know it's late for you. It's that time over there. Um, yeah, Karen, my brain's always going. I've got so much that I want to do, and I'm trying to get it done. Hey, Scrimshaw, thank you. and Dana, oh my gosh, it is cold out there. Like here, it is. We got snow this morning. It snowed for a few hours, and then we're supposed to get some snow either late tonight or early tomorrow morning. We're supposed to get a good amount of snow. It's, let me see. Okay, Google, what's the temperature outside?
The temperature in Amarillo right now is 20 degrees.
There you go. It's 20. It's cold. Um, and like I said, it snowed. Here in Texas Panhandle, we actually get snow. Hey, Marsha Lee, sweetie. Rita, what hooks are good for this? For Tunisian, it really depends on like the way, this is how I do it. I tell people, okay, you don't know if you're gonna like it or not, right? So if you have a regular basic crochet hook, you can do a swatch of about 10 stitches on that hook. Maybe a little bit more, but that's kind of pushing it depending on the size of yarn. But I don't, oh, my hook's over there. But just take your regular crochet hook. Oh, I can't take that off. Just imagine this regular crochet hook without the handle, right? So it's straight. You can get a good 10, maybe 15 stitches and do the Tunisian simple stitch back and forth, up and down. And that way you can see if you really like it. And if you like it, then you can go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby and or Joann's and get you what's called an Afghan hook. You can do a lot with these hooks. They're just extra long, really long hooks. You can make some really cool scarves. I really did a blanket. I've done a blanket on this. The blanket that I'm using right here is an armrest. I did it on this with this hook. It takes a lot of maneuvering so you don't pop stitches off, but you can do it. Would I recommend it? No. Did I do it? Yeah. But you can do a lot, and if you end up liking it, then you can invest into a set. Because these are $2, maybe $3, depending on which store you go to. And if you crochet, you already have a regular crochet hook. So let's see. Okay, let me scroll back up. Where's that comment? Oh, yes, Sid. It is a never-ending thing, you know. I'll be in there filming. I'll be in here filming stitches, and then it's like, oh my gosh, this stitch will look good as this. Well, now I got to make something. I pause my stitches. So lately I've been filming the stitches, except for this last one that just came out for Monday. That one I filmed a little while ago, but yeah, it's just it's a never-ending thing, and you know, and I'm always busy, but I don't mind it. I actually enjoy this, doing everything. One second, I got a cough. Okay, so let me keep going down. All right, that's what I'm looking for. Hey Ricky, how are you doing, sweetheart? Let's see. Benita, well, like this storm that's coming to us tonight, tomorrow morning, is also like we get snow in the Texas Panhandle more often than the rest of Texas, but it's going to be dumping a decent amount of snow on Dallas area, the Dallas Fort Worth area, and they are not equipped to deal with it. I can only imagine the chaos. I was telling my husband, I was like, I want to watch one of those when it starts actually hitting and going on, snowing there. I want to find the website to look at the TxDOT, which is our Texas Department of Transportation webcams that are on the highways down there. I just want to see what it looks like. Um, oh, sweet Marsha. Ooh, everything just jumped on me. I hate. Not a, yeah. There we go. Hey Lana, how are you doing, sweetheart? Okay, Rita. Yeah. I mean, if you there's a bunch of decent hooks out there. The hooks that I'm using right now, I, I I break these hooks out when I'm really wanting to get something done fast. They're the AliExpress metal hooks, um, because I can just slide through really fast on things. But if I'm wanting to, and there's not a lot of definition, but if there's a stitch that has a lot of definition, and I'm wanting to take my time, I use my most preferred set, which is the Knitter's Pride Ginger. It's a wooden set. I prefer wood because I can feel when when I slip a stitch or skip a stitch, I can feel it. And when I split yarn, I can feel it with the wooden ones. These metal ones I can't, but with these metal ones I can get through with a project a lot faster, and because it just the return pass just goes so much faster. I have to actually slow down when I'm doing the return pass on this, or I'm gonna slip out and slip everything off. Good morning, the attempted homemaker. How are you doing? Let's see. Hey, fuzzy butt. So I have a restless dog. He's just restless today. Hey, Russ. How are you doing, man? Oh, yeah. That really does suck, man. Oh, I didn't see that you asked that, Lana. I'm sorry. I missed that, but yeah, he did something to his knee. They don't know what yet. Um, oh my goodness. See, I just slipped it there too. But my goodness, you guys. You see. So I'm guessing that's Kevin, huh? I'm gonna show. I don't know. There we go. You're good, sweetie. But I don't know what I just did. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Okay. But yeah, just I've got these blankets. I'm gonna do something. There's a stitch. It's a feather stitch. It actually looks like a feather if you do it right. I'm going to be combining that with a Tunisian Apache Tears blanket. I guess you could say still my own pattern. There's a few that I'm going to be doing my own. Oh man, yeah, well, hello JK, how are you? Well, thank you for finding me. that marathon live. Yeah, and everybody who was a part of it wants to do it again next year, and I'm going to be opening it up to a lot more people. Um, and I know some people have even contacted me about donating stuff for giveaways, so we may have some giveaways during the next year's Christmas or this year's Christmas live. Can't say next year's because it's already 2025. Weird. It feels weird saying 2025. Hey, Jan, how are you doing? Thank you. Oh, yeah, it is afternoon for you. That's right. So, the I've already got some hits from other people that wanna come up, and this next year or this year, this coming one, I'm gonna have to do like some sort of schedule, sort of in a way. Um, I don't, I don't really know because this year's all I did this last one is just do it together. It literally was thrown together in a week, and Michael didn't take into account doing schedules, nothing, and of course, the only people, everybody except for one, I knew was guaranteed, or well, two really. Um, Everybody else was locked in. Then the Mikey was an up in the air thing. Wasn't 100% sure if he was going to be able to make it. And then, of course, when he popped into the basement, like my heart did flipped and everything else. Uh, so it ended up being really, really good. And it took a toll on my body, but you know what? It was worth it for you guys to do that. It was 100% worth it. And I'm doing it again, and I'll do it again because you guys are worth it. Let's see. Oh, that's awesome, Irma. Let me, you know what? Let me see if he's still in here. Okay, I guess he is. So what is the command? All right, if you want to drop your links, you type out MESH, just like that. And that will drop your link. So people can start grabbing each other. Hey, Lady Crochet. Hello, huh? That's a new name. Hey, how are you doing? Let's see. Huh? That sounds weird. If just take it nice and slow. I mean, you'll get used to it. There's gonna be. I don't work fast because Tunisian is still kind of slow anyway. But I know people with regular crochet that can bust out blankets real quick, and it just takes time. I don't think there's any real set like tip somebody can give you that can help you go faster. It just takes time, and you develop your own little quirks about how you do things, and you just start speeding it up from there. And then you'll feel your own comfortability level. You'll know, okay, I can do this stitch without having to look. And then you can just keep going, and it'll build you up, and you'll go faster and faster. So it's your own comfortable. Oh my gosh, that didn't even sound right. Comfortability, comfort. that word I'm trying to say, level. So I've been up since who knows how long now, and you will build your own speed. And if you're comfortable with a stitch, you can start slowly. Like, okay, I'm gonna do 10 of these stitches. Say if it's a double crochet, I'm gonna do 10 double crochets, but I'm not gonna look. And then do your 10 double crochets, not looking, and then go back and then look at them, make sure you did them right. And if you did, start increasing that level. That's about the only way you're going to be able to do it, to start going faster and faster. I was never a fast crocheter. I've always been a slow crocheter because I like to be methodical, and I go for stitch definition whenever I'm doing my crochets. I like to make sure my stitch definition shows. So the slower you go, the better, I think. Let's see. What have I missed over here? Yeah, exactly. Like Scrimshaw says, just go at your own pace, you know, because that's your own comfortability, that comfortable level, and you can just do it at your own speed. I don't know why I can't say that word today. Oh my gosh. Good morning, Diana Weaver. How are you? And Emmy. Hey, Chris. How are you doing? Um, let's see. Comfortability. There you see. Thank you, Lisa. I don't know why I'm getting so tongue tied. I can say that word any other day. Why today? I don't know. Well, I have been up a long, long time. See, the way I look at it is, who cares how you hold your yarn? Who cares how you hold your hook? As long as I can hold my hook one way, you hold it a different way. I can hold my yarn one way, and you hold your yarn the other way. And we're both, but if we both get to the same point, what does it matter how you hold your yarn, hold your hook? It doesn't matter. All that matters is that you get to that shore the same way, and it looks exactly the same. That's all that matters. So if you're trying to do a double crochet, it doesn't matter if you're holding it with your mouth, or if you got the yarn wrapped around you and you're doing all like this. It doesn't matter, as long as you get it done. As I pull out like half the cake. No. It's all about your comfort level. Like I tell people whenever I'm doing Tunisian, when I'm teaching my stitches, make your work work for you. You do not work for your work. So what that means is, if you got to bend it, and it makes it easy for you, bend it. Like I was teaching my husband how to do the reverse stitch, and because that's one of the few stitches he didn't know, do the reverse stitch, and I'm like, he's always going like this to do it behind. He's always flipping the work. I was like, no, 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 no. Just take your needle, go through and poke through and pull it up. That's all it needs. And he started doing it that way. He goes, oh my God, that's so much easier. It's like, man, sorry, I gotta return on my electric throat because it's cold. Um, as long as you get where you need to go, it doesn't matter how you get there. Thank you, the attempted homemaker. And you're gonna have those people that are gonna sit there and tell you, well, you need to hold your hook this way. You need to, you know, it's crochet. You should hold it pencil, or, it doesn't matter. I hold mine this way, or sometimes I'll hold it as a pencil. Tunisian, depends on the stitch I'm doing. I always hold mine like this. That's how I always hold mine. And it doesn't matter as long as it's comfortable for you. You know, you're trying to lessen the wear and tear on your body, or really on your wrist and fingers. That's what you're doing. So, however it's easy and comfortable for you, just do it. You know, as long as a double crochet looks like a double crochet, just do it. And yes, it is. It is very hard to not compare yourself to other people. And me as a tutorial channel, it's kind of, it's hard but not hard. It's hard because, you know, I'm sitting there creating nothing. I do nothing but Tunisian crochet, and there's not one full channel out there that is dedicated to 100% Tunisian. They all venture into crochet and some knitting and whatnot, and I don't do that. I don't. I'm 100% Tunisian. But I could see with other crochet tutorial channels, watching other crochet tutorial channels, and, you know, feeling left out. I don't want to say left out. What's the word I'm looking for? Like they're doing it different and or wrong, you know. Hey Dawn, sweetie, how are you doing? Yes, purposeful, like Emmy Bruce said, purposeful pace and methodical is less frustrating for me. Too fast, frogging, and redoing for me. Exactly. If you go too fast, you're gonna end up making your, you know, 2 rows down. You're gonna notice you did something wrong. Now you gotta frog 2 rows. Now you got this hot pile of mess yarn just sitting there that you have to deal with. So I like going nice and at a decent pace for me, and you'll get it. You'll get there. And Lady Crochet, yes, like I still have to film the tutorial for this triangle shawl, but it's easy because I'm just going to show the stitch. I'm going to show how to do the increase and how many rows you need to do it for, or how, or what sort I'm looking for, or the length. I can get away with a lot of that. And I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. And Jenny, like, I leave one mistake in my project on purpose. There's always one mistake in every project. Now, sometimes it's not going to be seen. It could be hid by the border. It could be hidden. But I was always taught by my grandmother, nobody's perfect, so you should never create a perfect project. Always leave one mistake. And exactly, Marsha Lee, as long as it's comfortable for you, that's all that matters. It's you. Oh, nice, Rita. I see. I want to learn knitting, but I'm not there yet. I've got too much this year. Um, I'm gonna be busting out a lot of tutorials, and I have a dry erase door, which is just a roll up dry erase that I can stick on my doors, just stick anywhere. And all my projects are on there, and I have all those projects I want to get done by 2025. Um, it's a lot. It's a lot, but you know, this crocheting, this type of stuff, this stuff, just crocheting in general is, I really do think is a great, it's great for the mental health because you keep your, you know, like for me, my mental health is affected because of my pain levels. And doing this keeps my mind off my pain. And so I think crocheting is a really good mental health break or therapy or even a mental health vacation. You know, I think it works, and I love doing it. Let's see. And how this whole community has a lot of experience. Like my experience, I have 14 going on 15 years of Tunisian crochet experience. That's longer than the biggest, the two biggest YouTube Tunisian crochet channels. I have longer experience than they do. And I show a lot more stitches than they do. They're great channels. They are really great channels, you know, but they also dabble in regular crochet too, which is helping them out. It's not helping me because that's not what I want to do, you know? Let's see. Hey, Doggy Life, how are you doing? Hey, Ellen. Yeah, Ellen, I try not to, like, I always leave one mistake in a project that I'm filming just because, um, well, because of what my grandmother taught me, but I try not to have more than one, and that, I mean, it's going to happen, but because I purposely left two mistakes in so I could show how to correct them, but on the video, one of my first ones, and it was a purposeful mistake because I want to show how to correct that. And I was getting called out, and I had a bunch of trolls just calling me out, and I'm like, you know what? I'll just leave my one mistake. I'll verbally tell how to correct it instead of showing it. It was just, you just get people like that, and you just don't want to do it no more because it's like, ugh. I'm left-handed, and I had to teach myself. Thanks to YouTube, I can follow the right-handed crocheter. It's like they are sitting right in front of me. Oh, that's cool, Benita. And because of that, I've started, I don't know how long ago, I didn't know I could do that either, but flipping my videos so that way at least left-handed people get an idea of what it is, you know? Um, and thank you, Don, for being a member for 5 months. Yay! Good morning. I struggle with mental health. I'm scared sometimes something is wrong with me and fear of it. Pamela, everybody feels that way. We all feel that, you know, there's something wrong with us. But that's what makes us right. That's what makes us good. That's what makes us, we're good to go. Because if you think there's nothing wrong with you up there upstairs in the mind, then you're the person I need to watch out for. And so just, if there's, you know, I struggle, we all struggle, and we all have our different coping mechanisms, and we all do, we really do. I'm not trying to downplay anything, but we all really do think there's something severely wrong with us. I in my years of being in the medical field and seeing this stuff in the military, we all got something up there that we all feel the same. It's, I don't know how to say it because it is a touchy subject, and I don't want to, yeah. But trust me, there's a lot of us out there, and a lot of people just don't talk about it because, especially men, we're taught to suck it up. Hey, Amy Elizabeth. And Pamela, anybody who says they're normal, those are the people you need to watch out for. Trust me. and yeah, Scrimshaw, who cares about the trolls? But the thing with the trolls is to, is when they're constantly commenting and you're having to delete comments left and right all the time. It takes out a lot of time. Like, seriously, for the past, well, it's calmed way down, but ever since the Christmas live, I was dealing with trolls. I don't know if you want to call them trolls, but haters that were mad because a certain creator wasn't on the Christmas live, but they couldn't because they had to go to bed to go to work, and they were leaving me nasty comments. So I'm sitting there, literally within 4 hours, I had to delete. And that's the only time I kept track, was that first 4 hours. After that, I quit keeping track how many comments I had deleted. But in that first 4 hours, I deleted over 112 comments because of negativity, the foul language, and all that. So I had to police that. It's gotten a lot less, a lot less. It's not hurting me, but it's annoying, you know? Yes, Irma, exactly. Nobody is normal behind that mask we wear. Yeah, I don't, yeah, exactly, Lady Crochet. I don't feed the trolls, I delete the trolls. Just delete the comment and then hide them from my channel. But and that was a lot of policing I had to do because of that. And during that little phase, I lost about, I'd say I lost roughly about 3,000 subscribers. For about 4 days total, I lost about 3,000 subscribers. But in the same 4 days, I also gained 4,000 subscribers. It was a weird, like, they were leaving, and then more would coming back. So I don't know. Yeah, right, Pamela. I mean, that's why I mean, I have a really good set of mods. And then, oh, okay, let me do this. I'm gonna put this down for a second, and then we'll chat. I want to make sure I don't lose this. See, when I'm doing these lives, I do vertical because I don't go from anymore from, what is that thing? StreamYard. Because I have anxiety and it messes with my heart, and I have a slight baby heart issue. Nothing severe, but it messes with my heart. And on StreamYard, you get this eyeball. Literally, it's a freaking bright red eyeball that tells you how many people are looking at you, and that makes my anxiety go through the roof. With going vertical, it's a small little man way up at the top of the screen that I can't see because I'm not looking at it. So it doesn't affect my anxiety. So what I end up doing, because these comments are real small, I have the live pulled up on, I have two screens. I have a screen here, I have a screen there for my computer. So I have the live pulled up on one of those screens, and I can monitor and actually moderate too. And if I need to, excuse me, and it just makes chat easier for me to read. I don't want to have my glasses on. I normally don't wear them unless I'm driving. Yes, Steve's girl. Yes, the trash took itself out during that time, and that's exactly what Panda told me, and so did a few other people. Is that the trash showed themselves out, and that's fine. You know, it didn't hurt me. The only thing none of it hurt me in any way, mentally, physically, or anything like that. The only thing that it did do for me was having to clean up those comments constantly, because they were calling me derogatory, homosexual derogatory terms. They were just going off, and I'm done. You know, I was in the Navy for 12 years. I heard it all. Nothing can get under my skin. Well, thank you, Norina. Sorry. I just try to be helpful, what is the word I'm looking for? Helpful. I try to just project a good vibe for everybody because that's what I like. Let's see. Hey, Krista. I'm sorry if I missed anybody coming in. Hey, Beth, how are you doing? Well, thank you, Beth. That means a lot. You know, I do this because one, I love teaching. Two, I want to get all these stitches I know. 'Cause I know there's been stitches I have shown that just that's never been seen before, and I just want to get them out there. Hey, Amanda. Amanda, I wish I could tell you why. I'm considerate, and I don't put drama out there. I don't do none of that stuff. My circle literally, my circle is me. Well, Panda, of course, he's my circle. Um, Nessa, Infinitely Zero Nessa, which she's awesome, by the way, and Craig, Fiber Spider. That is my circle. And sometimes I call, like, for Russ is kind of in the circle because I say kind of because there's days we'll talk and talk and talk, and then there's days we won't talk. That's a kind of in my circle, in and out. He's in and out. But you keep your circle small, that especially if we're on this side of the camera, you have to keep your circle small because the bigger your circle is, the more chance you're going to end up in something, and I don't want that. And thank you all. And I just try to give back to the community that has helped me grow. And that's another one of my goals for 2025 is to go to these channels that are smaller than me and try to help them as best as I can. If that means I'm going to go up on their panel, I'll go up on their panel. As long as I have the time to do it, I'm going to do it. And just give back to the community and the other creators that have helped along the way. Do what I can do. I mean, right now it's not much, but do what I can do. Exactly, Steve's girl. It went, I'm not hit. It's there's a bunch of dirty stuff behind the scenes that I don't want to get involved in. So I don't. Oh, thank you, Benita and Rita. Like, I love doing this. The very first time I went live, I was scared. I was nervous. Everything in the world was going through my mind, and I was debating it and debating not going live. And then a really awesome lady, and two ladies said, "Hey, why don't you come up on our next week's live? To help you get that feel." And it was IVB and Jen Reeves. They had me up for my very first live. We were in the backstage talking about 30 minutes before the live. They were helping me understand everything, calm down, all that. And next thing you know, as soon as I hit the live button, it's great. And then afterwards, like, whenever I do a scheduled live, literally about a week before that live, my anxiety starts kicking in. And then when I hit the live button, it's gone. And then whenever I hit the in stream button, then it comes back. for another hour or two. So that's like a good, quite a while that productivity is way down. And being a tutorial channel, productivity is can't be way down. So that's why I quit doing scheduled streams. And thank you, Don Yarndall. I know you don't either. Let's see. Well, thank you, Amanda. This is why I stay by myself, and I only go to certain channels where I feel comfortable. Because sometimes I can feel left out, being blind. I totally understand, Marsha. I really do. Um, I wish I could understand where you come from, but of course, it's hard for us to say we understand because we don't. We don't understand the struggles you go through. We can only imagine what you're going through. Yes, Lisa. But but that's what now I go from I go from my phone because I don't get the and I do all the pop-ups because I don't get the anxiety. Like if somebody says, "Oh, hey, do you mind coming on my stream next Saturday at this time?" That doesn't bother me. That doesn't mess with my anxiety because it's not my channel. It's not something I don't know how to explain it, but it doesn't affect my anxiety. But whenever I schedule my own stuff, that affects my anxiety. That's why I didn't mind doing like my members' lives. They don't affect me because I don't through StreamYard. You don't see how many eyeballs are staring at you. Through a regular live, you see 100, 200, 300 people staring at you, and ooh. Oh, Don, yeah. I want to, like, I know me and Craig and me and Fiber Fox have talked about collabs, but I think those are going to have, any collab I do will have to wait till at least 2026, just because I have so many things I want to do and get things up there. And I just, collabs right now are kind of having to be on the back burner, which really sucks, but I have like, I don't know if you can see all that on that door. Whoa, Michael. What's on that door is the dry erase board, and that's everything I have that I want to do in 2025 because I set a goal and I didn't reach it in 2024. So I need to reach it in 2025. And Diana Reaver, yes. I try to respond to everybody because you guys are what make us. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here. And I want to be able to respond to everybody. And I've seen that. I've gone into lives, and the creator just sits there and reads from a script in a live, and don't respond to anybody in their chat. Nothing. And I've unsubscribed from creators like that because they treat us as numbers and not as people. Oh wow, Tanya, thank you. Thank you all so much. Exactly, Elaine. So much so, yes. And Craig, yes, Lisa. Craig is an awesome cat. I love him to death. And see, and I'm the type too that I make it a point to try to respond to everybody who leaves a comment on on any video or any community post I do, I try to respond to everybody. And where I do lack, though, I do have a Facebook group. It's hard for me to add that into my mix, but I try to at least look at it 3 times a day. That's my goal. And then slowly increase how often I actually look at it. I'm trying, Don Yarndall. Like, there's just so much I want to do, and I love this. You know, I really just love it. I know there's people that don't love it. They treat it as a job. I love everything I'm doing with on YouTube. The people I've met, you know, those are experiences I could never have had if I didn't do this, and if I didn't decide a year and hey, what do you know? A year and a month ago, 13 months ago, to hit that record button, or to hit upload my very first video a year and 13 months ago. So, yeah, Rita, that's where I'm kicking myself, is setting timelines on myself. But sometimes, you know, like, it's hard. It's hard to explain, with especially being a pure tutorial channel. It's getting timelines kind of help us keep on track. Sometimes we don't need them. Most of the time we do. But sometimes we don't. And I didn't meet a single one last year, 2024, because of certain reasons that I'm trying to just not talk about and forget about. That threw me way behind on everything. Uh-oh. Yeah. There we go. And but I said I did set a goal. Well, one, I'm doing 17 blankets this year. That's a lot. 17 blankets. I don't even have my glasses, so I can't even see what I'm going to do. I want to do a couple of baby items, just a couple. I have that down. I'm going to actually start filming here in the next few weeks, or actually a few months, for Halloween and Christmas of next year, or this coming Halloween and Christmas. Yeah, you keep on swimming, right? And Don, you were there for me, you know, when I needed it. Me and Panda were just constantly, I didn't want to, like, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, because I know when you're going through stuff and somebody's texting you every day, it just gets annoying, and when you're trying to get over it, that brings it back. And so I didn't want to constantly bug you and make sure I wasn't bringing that back to your forefront. So, you know, that's why I texted you when I did. Hey, we're thinking about you. Just a quick little message. We're thinking about you. Yes, Benita. I try to answer everything I can answer, and if I can't, I find the answer, and you know, or there's times I miss questions. I really, you know, I just miss them, and I go back and I actually, thank goodness, Nightbot is always in here, and Nightbot really records all the chat. Oh, thank you, and good morning, Darcia. But I don't even know if Panda's supposed to be off work today, but I know he said he may have to go in. I don't know if he's going to go in or not. But either way, I'm going to be going to bed in about 2 hours. I've got to get up, and then I got to film, edit it, and get it out to the members early, and then everybody else on Friday. It's something simple, but I've been asked how to do it several times, and that is how to do angles with color changes, like how I did with the Star Trek scars. So it's a tips video, if that makes sense. The next week I'm doing my Inside the Yarn Studio thingamajigger. And then for 3 weeks straight, I'm gonna be dropping Valentine stuff. Good morning, Carrie. How are you doing, sweetheart? Amy, thank you. Thank you. I don't like I don't like showing off Happy Mail, and I don't like showing off yarn hauls. I really don't, unless I know there's something that is going to pique interest of people, or I get something and I'm told, hey, go ahead and show it. Then I will show it, because it's like, just like with the Supernova, like I knew people would love that stuff when it came out. I had to show it off. I don't like doing that because that's not what my channel is about. You know, I don't like showing off Happy Mail because that's not what I'm about. I don't know. I feel weird. Thank you for saying that, though. I really do. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Darn it, it just jumped at me again. Diana, we thank you for that too. And yes, the LA fire victims, pray for them. And we do love our Done Yarn doll. Hey Amber, good morning, sweetie. And I love how you how you changed your channel name. I love that. That's, and Lady Crochet, that's awesome, because like he showed me when he was coming up with it, and it was like, ooh, y'all have fun with that. I've seen some of these, and I'm like, y'all have fun with that when he comes out. That's all I gotta say. I'm doing pretty decent, Carrie. I'm starting to wind down, get ready to go to bed here in a couple hours, get a couple hours of sleep, and then get up, film, cook dinner, edit, get a video out, and then get back to work on this. And yes, Steve's girl, I'm gonna be doing a video on stuff like that. Um, I'm trying to see how, cause like instead of doing a item make tutorial every Friday, because that does really cut into my time in making stuff. What I'm going to end up doing, because to do an item make tutorial, first I got to work the item up, and then I got to film it, and then edit. You know, it can take, all that whole process can take 3 to 4 days, depending on even the item make. You know, it can even take a week plus. And so what I'm trying to do is every other Friday, I want to do what I'm calling Inside the Yarn Studio. That could be anything from just sitting down and chit-chatting to let me show how to do a tip or trick. You know, let's say you finished off your row, but you didn't close it off properly. How can you go back and close it off after you've already tied off everything? Fix that out. You know, things like that. I want to start doing on that. And then the Fridays that Inside the Yarn Studio is not dropping, I want to do the item make. So instead of 4 item makes a month, I'm going to be doing 2 a month. So it helps me get my stuff better. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. All right, good night, or go get you some good rest, Pamela. Oh, see, why does it do that? I have to see where Pamela went to bed. Said she's going back to sleep. There we go. All right, Laura, you have a good day at work. Well, thank you guys. Like, I just don't like doing that. That's just me. I don't like it, and then that's why I really don't. I don't really also like showing off the yarn wall. I really don't. You know. Plus, you know, on my totes, I don't like showing that stuff off. That's just not me. Let's see. Hey, Roberta. Good morning. How are you doing, sweetheart? I also try to do more tutorials on my channel, like the basic ones, because I have a lot of blind friends who want to learn how to crochet as well. Just need to stop being nervous. And Marsha Lee, I've been doing this for 13 months now. I still get nervous. The amount of nervousness that I have to edit out of videos, thank God I can edit, that I edit out, and that's me stumbling over words, that's me mixing stitches up. When I'm nervous, I'll say you need to do this and this and this, and I'm not meaning that. I'm meaning a different stitch. That's why I'm glad I edit. A lot of us that do tutorials do edit. Now some people don't edit because they want the raw thing. I'm not going for the raw. I'm going for what I want you to see and get to the point. So you have to edit. Plus, you know, I'm not going to sit here and make a whole blanket and leave all the raw foot, just like the what is it, the Happy Holidays tapestry. That was 32 hours of raw footage. Yeah, because it's a row by row thing, but that's 32 hours. It's a lot for me to sift through, and then I got it down to 6 hours. Let's see. Just sorry, there we go. Wait, nope. Nope. Sorry. Okay, there we go. Hey, hey, Tie-Dye-Don, how are you doing? And Nancy B, have a good day at work. Let me go through. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up on chat. It's hard to see on this. Well, thank you, Steve's girl. I mean, my vibe is me. Okay, Roberta, I'm about to be ending it here too, so because I gotta take the pup out. But I want to thank you all for being here, and Karen, everybody. Hi, Karen. And hey, Sandra. Sorry, I've been live for an hour and some change now, so I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go. I've got to take out the pup. And oh yeah, I won't be burning myself out. That's for darn sure, Darcia. I love it. I love what I do. But I love you all, and I want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank you all for everything you do for our community, because without you guys, we wouldn't be here. And as I do say, keep stitching. And what I mean by keep stitching, because if you keep stitching, you're always going forward. Just keep going forward. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. I'll see y'all throughout the streets. And I love you all. Have a good night or morning or day.